Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Medical Learning with Nimit Khawat. Today we are going to discuss about cerebrospinal fluid and the ventricular system part 4. So let's start. In the last lecture we discussed about the features of cerebrospinal fluid and the factors of raised intracranial pressure. And in this lecture we are going to discuss about the composition of cerebrospinal fluid and how cerebrospinal fluid changes due to the infections of meninges or meningitis. Now, the meningitis is usually called as the inflammation of meninges. In this inflammation of meninges, usually two layers of meninges are involved, and these two layers of meninges are pia and the arachnoid matter, and these two layers of meninges together are called leptomeninges. So, pia and arachnoid matter are together called as leptomeninges. Now, in the composition of cerebrospinal fluid, first we need to know the color of CSF. So, the color of CSF is clear or transparent. So, the color of cerebrospinal fluid is transparent or clear. Then, are there any cells present in cerebrospinal fluid? Yes, there are lymphocytes present in cerebrospinal fluid. There are five lymphocytes per cubic millimeter. So, there are 5 lymphocytes per cubic millimeter. Are there any neutrophils in cerebrospinal fluid? No, there are 0 neutrophils in normal cerebrospinal fluid. So, lymphocytes are having a big nucleus and some cytoplasm surrounding the nucleus. And in this cytoplasm, all the other organelles are present, for example, mitochondria or vacuoles. So, this is a picture, this is a diagram of lymphocyte. Then, how does a neutrophil look like? Neutrophil have 3 bodies, and this is the main nucleus, and here is the cytoplasm surrounding the nucleus. So, this is a neutrophil. all is present in the cerebrospinal fluid? Glucose. So what is normal level of glucose in cerebrospinal fluid? It is 66% from blood glucose. That means blood glucose level. That means if there is 100% glucose in blood, then there would be 66%, approximately 66% of glucose in CSF. Now, after glucose, what is the level of protein in cerebrospinal fluid? So, the level of protein in cerebrospinal fluid is very low. There is approximately 0.4 grams protein in cerebrospinal fluid per liter, and compared to blood protein, blood have approximately 7 to 8 grams of protein per dl or deciliter, and if we count this in liters, then there is 70 to 80 grams of protein per liter. So the quantity of protein in blood is higher than the quantity of protein in the cerebrospinal fluid. Now we'll discuss about the infections of meninges and how these infections changes the CSF. Now I'll draw a table here. So here is a table, and now there are 3 meningitis, and these 3 meningitis are polygenic meningitis, the second meningitis is tuberculosis meningitis, and the third one is the viral meningitis. Now, if there is polygenic meningitis, what would be the color of cerebrospinal fluid? The color of cerebrospinal fluid in polygenic meningitis would be yellow or turbid. And the color of cerebrospinal fluid in tuberculous meningitis would be turbid and will look like fibrous. And the color of CSF in viral meningitis would be clear. The meaning of polygenic means pus. So, there are special type of polygenic bacteria which release pus in the cerebrospinal fluid, and the color of CSF turns yellow or turbid. Now, the second factor is neutrophils. The quantity of neutrophils in polygenic meningitis is higher than the quantity of neutrophils in tuberculous meningitis and viral meningitis because polygenic meningitis attracts neutrophils. So there would be a high amount of neutrophils. But in tuberculous meningitis, there will be a low amount of neutrophils. And in viral meningitis, there will also be a low amount of neutrophils because tuberculous meningitis and viral meningitis does not attract neutrophils, and these two meningitis attracts lymphocytes. So the quantity of lymphocytes in polygenic meningitis is low, but the quantity of lymphocytes in tuberculous meningitis would be higher than the quantity of lymphocytes in polygenic meningitis. So, high amount of lymphocytes. And same in viral meningitis. Viral meningitis also attracts neutrophils. So there will be a high amount of lymphocytes. Now, after these cells, what will be the percentage of glucose present in polygenic, tuberculosis and viral meningitis? So, these two meningitis, polygenic and tuberculous meningitis consume glucose to make energy. So that is why there will be lesser glucose than in extracellular fluid or the fluid which is out of the cell than the intracellular fluid or the fluid which is in the cell or cytoplasm. So in polygenic meningitis, it will consume the glucose from the extracellular fluid. So the amount of glucose would be lesser than 50% of blood glucose level. And tuberculous meningitis would also consume glucose. So the amount of glucose will be less than 50% of blood glucose level. But in viral meningitis, the virus does not consume glucose, so there will be a high amount of glucose or more than 50% of blood glucose level. Now, what would be the amount of protein present in these meningitis? So, in polygenic meningitis, CSF gets the protein from the blood. So, the polygenic meningitis moderately disturb the microcirculation which provide blood to our central nervous system. So, there is a moderate amount of protein present in CSF when there is polygenic meningitis. And in this situation, the level of protein is more than 1 gram per liter. And in tuberculosis meningitis, the tuberculosis highly disturb the microcirculation. So, there is high amount of protein present in CSF when there is tuberculosis meningitis. So again, it will be more than 1 gram per liter. But in viral meningitis, it does not disturb the microcirculation. So there will be equal to or less than 1 gram per liter. Now, this was all about today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the hydrocephalus. The word hydrocephalus is formed by two words, hydro and cephalus. The meaning of hydro is water, and the meaning of cephalus is in skull. So the meaning of hydrocephalus is cerebrospinal fluid collected in the skull. Thank you.